What's happening? Yes. The camera's turned off also. Sorry?
Right. Mr. Beaver, are you broadcasting with video yet?
I'm here now, Your Honor.
All right, there you are. Okay, give me just a second. All right. Are you Anthony Glenn Allen? Okay, Mr. Allen, I need you to pull your chair closer to the computer, and I need you to speak up where we can hear you. This is a detention hearing to determine whether you should be released from juvenile detention or should be ordered to remain in the custody of juvenile detention. My name is Judge Porter. You have the right to have this hearing recorded. You also have the right to have this hearing in front of Judge Kim if you wish either of those things. Mr. Beaver is your attorney and he will let me know. Also, you have the right to remain silent and not say anything at all. If there's something you want to say, instead of just blurting it out, I want you to wave your hand like this. Let me know. I will create a private. Mr. Allen, are you paying attention?
Yes, sir.
This is important. If there's something you want to say, I want you to wave your hand like this rather than just blurt it out. I will create a separate breakout room on the Zoom meeting that only you and your attorney have access to. That way y'all can talk over what you want to say before you blurt it out. And that way he can advise you on whether or not you should actually say it, okay? Does that make sense?
Okay.
Is that a yes?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Allen, I need you to speak up a little louder. I can barely hear you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. All right, Mr. Dotson, what brings Mr. Allen to court today?
On Your Honor, Mr. Allen was referred in custody by the police on evading arrest detention. For the report, the officer observed a vehicle weaving in and out of the lane, going at speeds in excess of 90 miles an hour. Because of the erratic behavior, he attempted a traffic stop, which time the vehicle sped up to speeds of 105 miles an hour. At one point, they took the exit, taking the exit to 121, get off of Sylvania Street, was going down Riverside, speeding when the officers were stopped because it was reported that the vehicle had hit a pedestrian, and so the officer stopped to aid and assist with the victim. It was later found, they found the car, and they later located suspects identified as Mr. Jalen Sparks, Mr. Hobby Darren, and Mr. Lazarus Harry. Mr. Allen was in the backseat passenger. They found that the car was stolen earlier that day, and there was a handgun inside the car that they determined was used in a shooting earlier that day. Mr. Allen admitted to being a part of the shooting and admitted stealing the vehicle earlier in the day. He has no history of Tarrant County. I called his mom. She called back at like 10 o'clock saying she couldn't make the day because she at work. But if he's released, she said she will be wanting to come pick him up.
Right. Mr. Beaver, what is any comments you have on behalf of the respondent?
Well, Your Honor, based upon the fact that Mr. Allen was not the driver at the time, and the fact that this is his first contact with the juvenile justice system, we're requesting that he be released to the custody of his mother.
All right. Mr. Allen, Mr. Allen, I do find that probable cause exists to believe that you engaged in criminal conduct, more specifically evading arrest or detention using a vehicle and or unlawfully carrying a weapon. I further find that you're likely to be a danger to yourself or to the public if released, and so that I'm going to order you be detained on that basis. Between now and the next time you have a detention hearing, I need you to get to level 1-0, and that will put you in the best position for the court to reconsider whether or not you should be released. That'll be the order of the court. Thank you, Mr.
Thank
Allen.
you, Your Honor.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Or no, some type of shooting. I don't remember what it was. All right, are you Ms. Cardenas?
Oh, no, I was.
Are you Ms. Cardenas?
Yeah.
All right, Ms. Cardenas, my name is Judge Porter. This is a detention hearing to determine whether you should remain at juvenile detention or be released.
And Your Honor, if I may request, I know that my client's stronger language is Spanish. I don't know if there's an interpreter or translator available.
I can translate for her,
Hello.
Your Honor, if I may.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Rojas.
Ariana, esa es una audiencia de detención hoy, ¿ok? Es como la primera audiencia que tuvimos. I'm letting her know it's a detention hearing like the first one that we had.
Okay, my name is Judge Porter.
Él es el juez Porter.
You have the right to remain silent
Tienes el derecho de mantenerte callada
and not say anything at all.
y no decir nada.
You have the right to have this hearing in front of Judge Kim rather than me,
Tienes el derecho de tener esta audiencia en frente del juez Kim.
and you have the right to have this hearing recorded.
Tienes el derecho de tener esta audiencia grabada.
If you want either of those things,
Si quieres cualquiera de esas cosas,
wave your hand, and we'll let you talk with your attorney to make that happen.
okay. Si quieres que algo de eso suceda, levanta la mano y puedes hablar con tu abogado sobre eso.
Okay. Mr. Rojas, what brings Ms. Cardenas to court today?
This is a 10-day detention hearing for Ms. Cardenas. She was initially referred on the 31st of March for a family violence assault, mother being the victim. According to that police report, they responded to domestic disturbance at the family home. Once they arrived there, they saw Ariana standing outside the home. Police know Ariana because she's a freaking runaway and a narcotic user. Contact was made with mother who reported that Ariana came home late that night. She woke up in a bad mood, walked out of her room and began being disrespectful and using profanity towards mother. Ariana pushed the baby's bassinet out of the way. Mother picked up the baby from the bassinet and told Ariana not to touch the baby. Ariana came up to mother in an aggressive manner. Mother was able to give the baby to her husband. Ariana then pulled mother to the ground by her hair, causing mother to hit her head, elbow, and hip on the wood floors. The husband was able to pull pull Ariana off of mother, and everything seemed to calm down. However, a short time later, Ariana went outside and started throwing bricks at mother's car. At this time, the police were called and they were able to see the fresh damage, and she was arrested for the family violence assault.
Does Ms. Cardenas have a parent or guardian here today?
No, I did call mom. I spoke with her and she indicated that she wasn't going to come today. She was hesitant in having her released back to her custody. CPS is involved. I sent him the link today for this meeting.
I'm here.
Oh, okay. She's there. Her name is Jessie. And so what's going on is that they're involved with the family, and if mother's refusing custody of her right now. So their plan is to take custody of her and help her with mental health treatment and drug treatment.
Right. Mr. Beaver,
Your Honor, we would request that she be released to her mother. It's my understanding that the mother wants some support from the state. It's just that right now, of course, that there's a conflict between Ariana and her mother. And we just feel that the best place for her right now is with her mother.
And
I agree, but according to Ms. Rojas, the mother doesn't want her home at this time.
That's correct.
And that's a CPS worker on the line as well, on the meeting as well, and she can provide additional information to that. At the initial detention hearing, Judge Kim requested that Ariana be held for there to be a hair follicle drug test completed and also a second forensic interview. She had that appointment today for the second forensic interview this morning. I don't know what the results of that is as of right now. But when I did talk to mom, she is not wanting custody at this point, and CPS is willing to help the family, but they're also requesting some time to find her a placement.
All right, and the CPS worker, what is your name?
Jesse Davis.
All right, Ms. Davis, can you tell me what the status of your process is?
Well, I spoke with mom yesterday and she said that she was not going to pick Ariana up and she did not want her back in the home. We offered services through family-based safety services, told her that we would help with the drug assessment, everything that she would need, but she still refused to pick up Ariana and have her in her custody. So I spoke with OCOK yesterday and they said that they need some time to find an appropriate placement for her due to mental health, behavioral issues, drug treatment. So yes, they are requesting some time for that.
All right, Mr. Beaver, anything else?
No, Your Honor, we just once again feel that with the support the CPS could offer, that the best location for her is home with her parent.
I agree with you, Mr. Beaver, that the best location for her is at home with the parent. Unfortunately, the parent is not willing to accept her at this time, so we don't have a suitable place to release her to. So I've got to order, Ariana, I've got to order that you be detained while CPS continues to look for an appropriate foster placement.
Ariana, el juez te va a detener hasta que el Departamento de Niños y Familia puedan buscar un lugar apropiado donde ponerte.
No me puedo ir con mi mamá.
She's asking if she can go with her mom.
Please, necesito mi mamá.
En este momento no
Honor,
te puedes ir.
Your Honor, may I have a private chat room with Ariana for a moment, please?
Do you want it just you and her, or would you permit Ms. Rojas to help you translate, or do you need?
I don't need a translator, Your Honor.
Okay, then give me just a second.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Beaver, I didn't realize you were bilingual. Okay, give me just a second.
Thank you.
Okay. Somebody will help. There we go.
Mr. Cortez, all right, just gonna stay right for the laptop.
Hey, Mr. Cortez, can you see me?
Yeah, yes, sir.
All right. This is the detention hearing to determine whether you should remain in juvenile detention or be released. My name is Judge Porter. You have the right to have this hearing in front of Judge Kim. You also have the right to have this hearing recorded. If you want either of those things, your attorney, Mr. Adler, is here and he'll let me know. Do you see Mr. Adler on the screen?
Yes, sir.
Morning.
Okay. Morning, Mr. Adler. Mr. Cortez, you have the right to remain silent and not say anything at all. If there is something you want to say, I would suggest don't blurt it out. Instead, I want you to wave your hand like this. I will create a private breakout room for you and Mr. Adler to go into and talk about what you want to say. That way he can advise you about what you want to say and whether or not you really should say it. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's see. Mr. Marquez, what brings Mr. Cortez to court today? Uh-oh, Mr. Marquez, your audio is not working.
What about now?
It's working now.
Okay. Yes, Your Honor, he was referred yesterday from Arlington PD for unlawfully carrying a weapon. The police report indicates that a suspicious person's called saying that there was 3 individuals in a car. When the officers arrived, the officers approached the vehicle and informed the suspect that a call was received that they had been loitering outside the location. While speaking with the suspects, an odor of marijuana was coming from inside the vehicle. Officers asked for the identifications and probable cause search was being conducted due to the odor of marijuana. When client who was sitting in the back seat of the vehicle was asked to step out of the vehicle, he became combative and would not listen to commands. Client was guided out of the vehicle when another officer stated that there was a firearm in the back seat of the vehicle where the client was sitting. The firearm was under the client's leg when officers guided him out of the vehicle. Client was detained for UCW and transported to JPD.
Is Mr. Cortez currently on probation with this department?
Yes, Your Honor, he's on probation right now for criminal mischief. I did call the mom and the mom could not come today. She was feeling kind of ill. Didn't want to come to JPD feeling ill. She had a fever.
All right. Did he have a drug test when he came in?
Yes, Your Honor, he came out positive for marijuana and benzoid.
All right. Mr. Adler.
Judge, just based on everything that I just heard from Mr. Marquez and based on your questions, we have nothing at this point, but I will be in contact with the mom.
Hey, Mr. Cortez, based on the information before me, I find that there exists probable cause to believe that you engaged in delinquent conduct. Guns and kids scare me, okay? Especially if you're already on probation. And guns and drugs and kids really, really scare me. So I believe that if you were released today, you would be a danger to yourself or others. So for that reason, I'm going to order that you be detained, and that'll be the order of the court.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, are you Ms. Farrand?
Yes,
Am I pronouncing your last name correctly?
it's from Rand.
Farrand? Okay. My name is Judge Porter. This is just a detention hearing to determine whether you should remain in juvenile detention or be released to a parent or guardian. You have the right to have this hearing in front of Judge Kim. You also have the right to have this hearing recorded. If you want either of those things, wave your hand like this, and then that way Mr. Adler will know and he'll let me know, okay?
Okay.
You also have the right to remain silent and not say anything at all unless that's what you want to do. I would suggest before you blurt anything out, again, wave your hand like this. I will create a private breakout room for you and Mr. Adler. Only y'all will be in there. That way you can discuss with him what you want to say before you blurt it out. Does that make sense? All right. Ms. Paxton, what brings Ms. Ferrand to court today?
Your Honor, she was referred yesterday. Her mother called me. She attempted to cut off her EM with a pair of pliers, and she left the residence without permission. She was released on EM on the 23rd. She has 2 cases pending with us. One from March 20th involving the failure to ID and engaging in organized criminal activity. Several juvenile subjects were seen at racetrack at 3 in the morning on the 20th. And they were taking things from the racetrack. They were located nearby, and an employee at the store did identify them as having taken things from the store. Janaya.
Ma'am, don't roll your eyes at the probation officer. That's rude.
She was seen taking items. She also has a pending offense from March 6th for theft, 100 to 750. Call details advised a Black female wearing a white sweater and black pants had taken the victim's cell phone and cash out of her purse outside of Family Dollar. The victim's husband chased Janaya, but was unable to make contact. He'd taken a picture of her, provided it to officers, and stated she was a student at North Crowley High School. They identified her in the picture at North Crowley.
And does she have a parent or guardian here today?
Yes, her mother is here.
All right. Mom, can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
What's going on?
Well, she's just disrespectful. She don't want to follow any of the rules. You know that we're doing homeschooling. I had a teacher that actually called me because she was sending the teacher some very disrespectful emails. She don't want to follow any rules at home. And she just continuously just want to do what she wants to do. And last night when she finally got to the house, she had on another pair of shoes in which I asked her where she got them from. She brought them, but she don't have any money. So I'm thinking that she actually went in Family Dollar and stole those.
What's she doing out at 3 in the morning? Did you give her permission to be out at 3 in the morning?
Yes, sir, I have reported her as a runaway. She was supposed to come to juvenile that Wednesday, so she ran away on that Tuesday. So every day that she had ran away, I had reported her to the police.
All right, Mr. Adler.
Judge, at this point, we're just going to defer to the mom's wishes.
All right. Mom, do you think Janaya needs to come home, or do you think she needs to spend some time in detention to learn what the rules are?
She needs to spend some time in detention to learn what the rules are.
Oh my God. Bro, in the chat.
Herself.
All right. Mr. Adler, the court will make the finding that the respondent voluntarily absented herself from these proceedings. The court will further find that probable cause exists to believe that she did engage in delinquent conduct and/or would likely be a danger to herself or others if released. And so the court will order her to be continued to be detained. And we will reconsider this in 10 working days.
My apologies to the court, Judge. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Mr. Adler. Are you Mr. Hobdy?
Yes, sir.
All right. If I can ask you to pull your chair closer to the computer. There we go. And speak up so that I can hear you.
All right.
All right, Mr. Hobdy, my name is Judge Porter. You have the right to have this hearing in front of Judge Kim. You also have the right to have this hearing recorded. If you want either of those things, Mr. Adler, your attorney, will let me know. Do you see Mr. Adler's in the picture?
Yeah.
All right, you also have the right to remain silent and not say anything at all unless that's what you want to do. If there's something you want to say, don't just blurt it out. Instead, I want you to wave your hand like this. I will create a special breakout room on the Zoom meeting for just you and your attorney. That way y'all can talk over what you want to say. And that way he knows what you want to say and he can advise you on whether or not you should really say it before you just blurt it out. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. Ms. Paxton, what brings Mr. Hobdy to court today?
Mr. Hobdy is a companion to the young man that Mr. Dotson presented earlier.
Yes, Mr. Allen,
Yes,
as well as Mr. Sparks, who we'll get to meet later today.
yes. He was in the car, and he is actually said to have been one of the ones who stole the car.
One of the ones who what?
Who stole the car earlier in the day with Anthony. That is
and the police report indicates that they went on a joyride and a pedestrian may have been struck during those proceedings.
Correct, yes.
And speeds were reached in excess of 95 to 100 and something miles an hour. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
This happened, what, 6:40, 7 o'clock yesterday afternoon?
It did, yes.
All right.
Started out on 35 and ended up in neighborhood area.
All right. Was he drug tested when he came in?
Yes, he tested positive for marijuana.
Is that the only thing he tested positive for?
Correct, yes.
Okay. Mr. Adler.
Judge, do we have a parent present? I didn't notice.
Ms. Paxton, is there a parent or guardian here today?
I spoke with Mom earlier and she said she could not be here. She's working from home and she was being honest. She's very frustrated with Davin and he keeps sneaking out of the house and she's not interested in having him home right now just because she feels like she can't control him.
Judge, may it please the court. Well, then what I'll do is I'll talk to the mom and see when she's willing to have him home and maybe do a earlier detention hearing than the 14 days or just at the next 14 day, hopefully the mom will be present.
All right. Mr. Hobdy, based on the evidence before me, I find probable cause exists to believe that you engaged in delinquent conduct. I further find that if you were released, you would be a danger to yourself or others, and also that no parent or guardian is here to which I can release you. And accordingly, I will order that you be detained. We'll reconsider this in 10 working days. That'll be the order to the court.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Ms. Matt?
All right, I apologize, everyone. I lost my connection. So, Mr.
Your
Beavers.
Honor, I can see and hear you. Yes, Your Honor. I can see and hear you.
Waiting for everybody's picture to show back up. All right.
Yes. Can you hear me? Your Honor,
Are you
this
Ms.
is Maria.
Mack?
I'm in Mr. Ansley's office. For some reason, I got kicked out of the conference.
Are you Ms. Mack?
Yes.
All right, Ms. Mack, I need you to pull your chair closer to the computer. And I need you to speak up where I can hear you.
Okay.
All right. My name is Judge Porter. This is a detention hearing to determine whether you should remain in detention or be released. You have the right to have this hearing in front of Judge Kim. You also have the right to have this hearing recorded if you want either of those things. Mr. Beaver is your attorney, and he'll let me know, okay? Is that a yes?
Yes.
Ms. Mack?
Yes.
Okay. You also have the right to remain silent and not say anything at all. If there is something you want to say, please don't blurt it out. Instead, I want you to wave your hand like this. I will create a special room for just you and your attorney. That way y'all can talk over what you want to say and he can advise you about whether or not you really should say it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Rojas.
Hi, can you hear me?
Just barely, Ms. Rojas.
Okay, let me, I'm in David Ansley's office because for some reason I got kicked out of the meeting.
Yes, we're having internet problems.
Just get as close as you can, and
I'm
maybe
gonna
over
get-
here too.
I'm gonna get as close as I can. Can you hear me now?
All right, we'll give you a second.
Can you hear me now?
It's really garbled and it's probably because of the slow internet connection I've got.
Okay. You want me to go to a different office? Let me try to go to our
Let me just go over the offense report with Ms. Mack.
Yes.
All right, Ms. Mack,
Yes.
you were referred yesterday for an assault family violence case, possible injury to an elderly. Police officers were dispatched to the Casa Villa apartments where they met with the 65-year-old victim. The victim reported that both she and you lived at the apartment and that the preceding day, April 15th, the victim was assaulted by you between 10:30 at night, 8:30 at night and 9 o'clock at night. That y'all had been in a verbal argument and that you stated to the victim that you were leaving, you opened the front door. An argument, verbal argument ensued, and also y'all began to tussle. You both fell to the ground when the victim was trying to get up. The victim reports that you kicked her in the stomach 3 times. And that she had bruising to her stomach and reported internal pain. So, Mr. Beaver.
Your Honor, I believe that one of the participants was Martha Mack, the victim.
All right, Mr. Beaver, I can barely understand you because of the garbled internet connection.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry, Your Honor. I said I think that the victim is one of the participants. Is that correct? In today's conference?
I still can't understand anything, Mr. Beaver. I'm sorry. Tell you what.
Hey, Judge Porter?
Yes.
We were having trouble hearing you the last time you talked. It was breaking up the whole entire time when you were speaking, so I don't think she understood you.
All right. Trying to reestablish the video connection with everybody. Everyone can be patient.
It said juvenile parents.
Judge Porter, are you able to hear me?
Just barely, but it is coming through. The mother. Who's speaking?
Okay,
Is that Mr. Beaver? I'm sorry, because I only have
This is
everything's
Larry
horrible.
Beaver, Your Honor. Are you able to see the messages?
Yes, I can see the group chat.
So should I communicate with the chat room?
All right, go ahead and try again, Mr. Beaver.
Your Honor, hopefully you can hear me and understand. So I believe that the guardian is present today, and I have met with her to see if she is willing to have Miss Mack go back home with her. But
I'm sorry, Mr. Beaver. I'm
lack of-
unable to understand what you're saying.
Sometimes if you turn the audio off or the video off, it's better. I don't know.
Let's try. All right, everyone, I want you to hang out for. Okay. Okay. Mr. Beaver, can you try again?
Yes, Your Honor. All right, hopefully you can hear me.
All right, everyone, give me just a second. We're gonna lose video feeds, but I'm gonna create it. Hopefully, we can all still hear each other by audio.
Sorry.
And now, okay. All right, Mr. Beavers, let's try again.
Thank you, Your Honor. All right, so I believe that the Miss Mack's guardian is here. And unless I'm mistaken, I believe that her guardian is willing to have Miss Mack go home with her based upon the limited prior contacts with the juvenile justice system. And the fact that her urinalysis came back negative, we're requesting that she be allowed to return home.
All right, is Ms. Mack's parent or guardian here today?
Your Honor, this is Maria. No, she's not present. She was unable to get transportation to our facility today.
I apologize, Your Honor. I believe that she was.
Okay. Ms. Rojas, have you spoken with the parent or guardian?
I did. I spoke to her this morning, and she indicated that she would like Estrella to be returned home. She was able to fill her psychiatric medication, I believe yesterday, and she wanted to get her started on that. She reports that Estrella was just recently put in her home about a month ago, and so there are some issues with getting acquainted with one another. So that was that, and then also the mental health that was untreated, and she was able to get her into the psychiatrist and then get her medication. And she was able to fill that medication yesterday.
Okay. What's this estate?
Based on, I assume the guardian is the same person who got assaulted. Based on that, sounds like she has trouble getting the youth under control. I'd like to see the youth demonstrate follow rules in detention prior to being released.
All right, Mr. Beaver?
Your Honor, since Miss Mack, my client, and her guardian are just now getting establishing their relationship and the rules of the home, and the guardian's willingness to have Miss Mack come home, we once again request and believe that it's in her best interest that she be returned home.
Okay. So two things, based on the parent or guardian's actions following all of this, I'm going to order that Ms. Mack be released once the parent or guardian is available to pick her up. I'm also going to find probable cause exists to believe that she engaged in delinquent conduct. Nevertheless, it sounds like the parent or guardian is on top of things. I am going to order that she be released on electronic monitor because I have some concerns on whether she might abscond. And I would also like the department to arrange for a psychological evaluation of the respondent at some point in the future, because I think that may have a bearing on how the parties address the situation. Anything else from either side?
Your Honor, thank you.
Thank
you. Thank you.
All right, that'll be the order of the court.
Thanks.
Without the video, it is working better. but it's still. Not using the video reduces bandwidth. Yeah, you know. Okay.
Equal monitor.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Ms. Ortega, can you see me?
No. Oh, yeah, now I can.
All right. Ms. Ortega, my name is Judge Porter. You have the right to have this hearing in front of Judge Kim. You also have the right to have this hearing recorded. You have the right to remain silent and not say anything at all unless that's what you want to do. Okay? This is a detention hearing to determine whether you should remain in juvenile detention or be released to a parent or guardian.
Yes, sir.
Your attorney, Mr. Beaver, is here. Let me see if I can get video to work without causing too much problem. Give it just a little bit.
Yeah, kind of slagging.
All right, can you see Mr. Beaver?
No. Oh, we now can.
All right. If there is something you want to say, I would suggest do not blurt it out. Instead, I want you to wave your hand like this.
Can't see you. It's frozen.
Oh. Okay. All right. Ms. Gonzalez, what brings Ms. Ortega to court today?
Good morning, Your Honor. Yes, sir. This is she was referred into our department on an active DTA that was issued by Judge Kim April the 15th. She was arrested by the U.S. Police Department at her residence on April the 16th.
Uh-oh, Ms. Gonzalez, I lost you.
Your Honor, can you hear me?
It's really garbled.
Did you get anything that I said earlier?
I can hear you now.
Okay.
Go ahead, Ms. Gonzalez.
Okay, so a progress report, Your Honor, was submitted into Judge Kim because Ms. Trujillo, Rosa's mother, called to report that April the 8th, youth left her home earlier that morning, and that was, I believe, about 9:30, somewhere between 9:30 and 10 o'clock in the morning, soon after her mother went to work. Ms. Trujillo apparently told her she could not leave her home that morning. Ms. Trujillo informed me that she had attempted to contact her multiple times. However, she was not able to reach her. Ms. Trujillo also reported that youth had taken her sister's credit card and had charges. And then she also noted that she had done the exact same thing on Friday, April the 3rd, and again on Wednesday, March the 1st. Were you able to get all that, Judge?
I could. Ms. Ortega, were you able to hear what Ms. Gonzalez said?
Yes, sir.
All right. Mr. Beaver.
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, I don't know that Ms. Trujillo is available today to pick up Ms. Ortega. Is
I'm
she
sorry.
participating?
She's actually here in the courtroom and should be in the courtroom now. It's my
All
understanding.
right, let me just a second. Let's check on that. Bernie, can you go down to the old courtroom and on the computer turn on the video feed? There, never mind. There. Are you Miss Trujillo?
Translate, Your Honor. ¿Usted es señora Trujillo?
Sí.
She says yes.
Do you wish for Rosa Maria to come home today?
¿Usted desea que Rosa regrese a casa hoy? She says yes.
Okay.
Then, Your Honor, based upon that, I believe that it would be in Ms. Ortega's best interest to go home, and perhaps with an electronic monitor to provide some more information and support for her and for Trujillo, so that Ms. Ortega can be successful and meet the requirements of the court.
Mr. Richmond, what says the state?
Your Honor, based on the facts that we have, if the court is inclined to release the youth, we'd ask that the court put her on electronic monitoring.
You got your phone?
Hey, Ms. Ortega, you were previously placed on probation by this court, correct?
Yes, sir.
And as several conditions of probation, you were ordered not to commit new criminal offenses, and you were not supposed to leave home without permission, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, based on the information I have before me, I find that probable cause exists to believe that you engaged in delinquent conduct. Furthermore, I find probable cause exists to believe that you may have violated one or more conditions of your existing probation. And there are consequences to your action.
I know.
Okay. Do you wish to speak with your attorney privately?
Please.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, you should be able to go to the bottom of the screen and join the client counseling room.
Your Honor, I don't see the link yet.
Okay. Mr. Beaver, if you will go hover over the bottom of your screen, there should be an option. It may be under more. If you click on more and then, did you find it?
Well, I just clicked on more. Okay, breakout rooms. There it is.
There you go.
Okay, great.
Yes, they're over there.
Señora Trujillo.
Sí.
Ahorita está hablando Rosa con su abogado. Pues les dejo un momento para que hablen en privado.
Ajá, sí.
Para que usted sepa lo que está pasando.
No, ok. Está bien.
Está bien, otra cosa es que el juez sí, le explicó a Rosa que obviamente ella no puede salirse de su casa sin permiso, pero están decidiendo qué es lo que va a pasar hoy. Pero lo que ha hecho ella es, bueno, obviamente no lo puede hacer por sus términos de probación.
Oh, está bien.
Your Honor, I was just trying to translate to Mom kind of what was going on.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Gonzalez. Mamá, ¿tienes preguntas?
No.
No? Okay.
Excuse me.
All right.
Judge Porter,
Yes.
we could not hear the attorney at all in the breakout room.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what's wrong with his voice, but we can't, he's muted or something.
Well, it was probably the internet feed. He's back.
Just letting you know.
All right. Why don't we try and let them go back to the breakout room?
I'm starting to typing.
You want us to go back?
We lost our connection with Mr. Beaver. We're going to give him a minute to get back online.
Okay, just let us know. So whenever he comes back in, I want you to go to the breakout room. Get this.
Thank you.
All right. Mr. Beaver is back and he is in the breakout room. So if we can have the juvenile join the breakout room, the client counseling room.
Okay. Where are we going?
I think we've talked before. It's very hard for me to converse in Spanish. I can read it. I can write it. But to talk is very hard.
You should practice with me more.
Well, at this point, my vocabulary, I forgot. Yeah, that's what everybody says. See, I love Super Sábado Gigante.
Oh, you do?
I do. It's the funniest thing on television.
It is pretty funny.
But it's so over the top, and sometimes they talk so quickly.
Oh, I know.
I can't catch up.
But the more you watch it, the more you'll get it. So you can read and write it. That's half the battle.
But that was the problem all along, is that it's all academic. Spanish, it's all reading and writing. And so I never really had to practice conversational.
That's the way I learned. I could read and write it.
Oh, okay.
And then I didn't speak it well until I went to Spain. And I went to the University of Valencia for a semester.
Oh,
and
wow.
With the family that didn't speak English. So I had to.
Oh, that's awesome.
So we're just hanging out because we don't have the internet?
That's the best way to learn. Yeah.
So is the internet better or is it slower? That's
horrible.
I started to go home after this because like really you can't. Like, everything's like shoot.
You're not kidding.
I know. Gyms you can't like it won't load anything.
All right.
Hello.
All right, Mr. Beaver. Mr. Beaver. I can see you, but I can't hear you. Mr. Beaver, I can see you, but I can't hear you. Mr. Beaver? Mr. Beaver, I can see you, but I cannot hear you. Mr. Beaver? I cannot hear you, Mr. Beaver. All right. Mr. Beaver sent a message saying he spoke with Ms. Ortega, and that Ms. Ortega is asking for another opportunity to prove herself. She understands that she needs to follow the requirements of the court. And on the respondent's behalf, Mr. Beaver is asking the court to allow that she be returned home with an electronic monitor. All right, Ms. Ortega, can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, Ms. Ortega, I believe there should be consequences for your conduct.
No, sir.
Well, I disagree. I believe there should be consequences for conduct.
Oh, I said I know, sir.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So at this time, I'm going to order that you be detained. If you can get to level 1.0 and maintain level 1.0 consistently for 7 days, then I'll allow you to be returned home. Okay?
So whenever
On an electronic monitor. But you've got to get to level 1.0 and keep level 1.0 for 7 consecutive days.
So even if it's before my court hearing?
Yes, even if it's before your court hearing. So you get to 1.0 and you maintain level 1.0 for 7 days, then I will allow the Juvenile Detention Center to release you before your next scheduled hearing, but you will be released on electronic monitor, okay?
Okay.
So it's up to you. That'll be the order of the court.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You, Mr. Sparks?
Sir.
Can you see me okay, Mr. Sparks?
No, sir.
All right.
Right there. Yes, sir.
Okay. My name is Judge Porter. You have the right to have this hearing in front of Judge Kim. You also have the right to have this hearing recorded. If you want either of those things, your attorney, Mr. Beaver, will let me know. You also have the right to remain silent and not say anything at all unless that's what you want to do. If there's something you want to say, do not blurt it out. Instead, I want you to wave your hand like this, get my attention, okay? Then I will create a special breakout room for you and your attorney to talk in privately. That way he knows what you're going to say or what you want to say, and he can advise you whether or not you really should say it. Does that make sense? All right, you want to talk to your attorney now?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Sparks, you want to talk to your attorney privately right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So what you do?
Okay. Jalen does? Oh, I have him as Larry. Okay. All right. Mr. Beaver,
Judge Porter, can you hear me?
yes.
I think he's
Yes, Ms.
assigned
Blair.
to Latif.
Okay, I apologize. So there's Latif. Latif, I'm sorry.
Hello.
I had Larry down as the attorney. I apologize.
Yes, Judge. I figured.
All right. If you and the juvenile want to go to the client counseling room, that way y'all can
Okay.
talk privately.
Okay. Hello, Galen.
Judge Porter, it's not breaking, it's not doing the breakout
How you
room.
doing? Good.
Okay, give me just a second.
We were in there, but there was no attorney in there.
Right, because he hasn't been assigned.
Okay, do you want us to wait?
All right. He should be able to go in there now.
Okay, we'll try.
Ms. Blair, does Mr. Sparks have a parent or guardian here today?
She did not have transportation, so she was trying to go online, so I'm not sure if she's online or not.
Oh, okay.
Miss Montague, are you there? Miss Montague? I think someone sounds like they're trying to talk, but I think it's the one that says iPhone.
Okay, I've asked her to start her video.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm Miss Woody. I'm Monique Woody's mom.
Okay.
So I guess she wasn't able to log on.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Woody.
You're welcome.
All right, I'm gonna put you on mute and I'm gonna turn your video feed off just temporarily until we get to Mr. Woody's hearing.
No problem. Thank you.
Oh, Miss Woody, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I just saw the last name and I wasn't reading the first name. Okay. All right, can you hear me okay, Mr. Beaver? Yeah, I still keep wanting to assign Mr. Beaver this guy. No, they're not back. Okay. Great. While Latif's in a breakout room, I can't send him a message. He needs to wrap this up.
I'm back, Judge.
Okay. All right, Mr. Sparks, this is a detention hearing to determine whether you should remain in detention or be released from juvenile detention. It's my understanding that based on the police report that was previously submitted, that you and two other youths were out yesterday afternoon around between 6:30 and 7, that y'all were in a stolen vehicle, that you exceeded speeds between 90 and 100 plus miles an hour, that a pedestrian was struck, and that she may or may not be in the hospital. So, counsel?
Yes, Judge. I've been just visiting my client briefly. My understanding from him is that he had a limited role to play in this whole situation, and I'll be asking if you let him go on with electronic monitoring. Unfortunately, his mom is not here at this time. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know if the mom has been contacted about this hearing.
Ms. Blair did contact the parent. I believe that there were some transportation issues. So, okay. Anything else, Mr. Adeniji?
That would be my request, Judge.
All right. Based on the evidence before me, I find that there's probable cause to believe, Mr. Sparks, that you engaged in delinquent conduct. I further find that if you were to be released today, you would be a danger to yourself or others. I need you to get to level 1-0 in the back, and that'll give me a good reason to reconsider whether I should release you or detain you. But that'll be the order of the court today. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks, Judge.
So, Ms. E, tell me if I get on level 1, I'll release.
He'll reconsider.
Yep. Well, Judge will consider it.
Here right now.
All right. All right, Ms. Wood. Ms. Wood, can you see me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, Ms. Woody. My name is Judge Porter. This is a detention hearing to determine whether you should be released or ordered to remain in the custody of juvenile detention. You have the right to have this hearing in front of Judge Kim. You also have the right to have this hearing recorded. If you want either of those things, then your attorney will let me know. You have the right to remain silent and not say anything at all unless that's what you want to do. If there's something you want to say, please do not blurt it out. Instead, I want you to wave your hand like this, okay? I will create a special breakout room for you and your attorney where y'all can go, and y'all are the only ones who will be in there, and y'all can discuss what you might want to say, and he can advise you about whether or not you should actually say it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you also see your mom here today?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Spence.
Yes,
what
Your Honor.
brings Woody to court today?
Your Honor, she was referred in on 4/16 for a DTA that was issued due to her removing her EM. She was placed on electronic monitor back on 3/16/20. She cut it off on the 23rd and ran. She was picked up on 4/16 at a Walmart in Dallas. She called her mom, asked her mom to come get her. Mom called me, and I contacted Dallas, and there's a directive on her, we dispatched and she was picked up there. She was resource staffed on 3/9. The recommendation was transfer to the REACH program. You on 3/19 ordered a placement search for her, and she is set for court on 7/6/20.
All right, Mom, talk to me. Tell me what's going on.
Good evening. Everything was fine when Monique got home. I was in a bed asleep, and at 2:02, I heard my door open and Monique had left. I don't know why, but she just decided to leave.
How long was she gone?
This time, I believe it was 3 weeks.
So, Mom, how did that make you feel while she was gone?
Scared, afraid, clueless, couldn't sleep, couldn't focus on pretty too much of nothing. She had called like every once a week when she was gone, but it was just still in the back of my mind of what is going on with my child and is she safe and is she okay?
Did she tell you where she was at that time?
No, sir.
So you had no idea where she was or who she was with?
I didn't know who picked her up at 2 o'clock in the morning. I didn't know who she was with. I didn't know her whereabouts. I didn't know was she alive or dead. I didn't know too much of nothing until she calls.
She could have been hurting in the hospital and there was no way for you to take care of her, right?
Absolutely.
Your Honor, if I could add, she's with her running away. This is the second time she's cut her monitor off.
Oh, God.
Our plan is if she's placed back in the community, we have strong concerns that she's going to run. She participates in some high-risk activity. The Alliance for Children is looking to do a forensic interview on her.
Okay. Mom, do you share the concerns of the probation officer if I were to send her home with you today, that she might run away again?
Yes.
All right, counsel.
Can I have a private chat room with my client, please?
You bet.
Yeah.
I
Judge
should be
Carter,
able to
can you
go in
hear
there.
me?
Yes?
Okay, you can hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Then I'm going to use my cell phone instead of the computer.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Lateef, y'all should be able to go into the breakout room now.
Okay. I like to, okay.
You'll go down to the bottom of your screen and click on more. It should show breakout room.
More. Breakout room, okay. Got it.
Should allow you to join. Here we go. Mr. Victorson, can you hear me?
Yes, Your Honor.
Does Mr. McReynolds have a parent or guardian here today?
He's in foster care and his foster mother is on the call.
Okay, okay. Then we'll address that when it comes time.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
We're back, Judge.
All right.
So, Judge, my position is, I believe it's in her best interest to remain in the detention center because she will be in a situation whereby nobody knows where she was and her safety would be a major concern. So I believe it's in
You
her
just
best.
I just got on your ass. So I don't give a fuck. But Monique, or not. Fuck is you saying? And Mama, stop.
Miss Woody, your mic has been turned off because you cannot control your mouth. Miss Woody, your microphone has been turned off because you cannot control your language. All right.
Judge, I believe she has some psych issues also, and so that may be part of the problem.
Can I say something, Your Honor?
Yes, ma'am, you can.
Monique has been off her medication since the 23rd, since she left my home. And Monique, I have her prescription. So as soon as we finish with this, I will definitely be up there to drop it off. But she hasn't been on her medication. And when I met with her on, when I got the phone call when she was arrested at Walmart, she told me that she's been off her medication and that she's been under the influence. Now, that does not excuse her language or her behavior, but I do have her medication and she has been diagnosed with DMDD. I'm just afraid for my daughter because the things that she's told me, and she's my daughter and I just want her to be safe. I'm begging you, please, to give me help for my daughter. Please.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And thank you for letting me know about that because that explains how she reacted, and I understand.
I want her home, but only if she's get the help that she needs. I think that my baby needs to go to placement so that she can get away from the environment. I've done everything that I can, and Mike has been helping me. I just need her to just get the help that she needs. If you see her appearance, it's totally different from the last time you saw her.
Yes,
she got tattoos. She's just not right, and that's not my baby. It's not. It's really not. So I'm begging you, please, from a mother, please, please give my baby help and send her to placement.
All right. At this time, I'm going to order that she be detained, and we'll have another detention hearing for her in 2 weeks. And meanwhile, I'm sure Mr. Spence will continue to work on finding something for her, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Judge,
Yes,
I
sir.
just want to find out from the mom if she has left her medication with the detention center.
She said she would bring it up in a little bit.
As soon as I get off the call with you guys, I promise it will
Something
be
is
up
wrong
there
with me,
for
but
her.
it's just the fact like why is she lying?
All right. All right.
Okay, Judge.
Thank you. That'll be the order of the court.
Thank you, Judge.
Lateef, thank you for all your help today.
Thank you, Judge. I appreciate you.
All right. I believe that was your last case.
That is it, Judge. Thank you.
Okay. All right. I can have everybody remain silent for just a little bit.